Before we get started with today's video and this look using the Spectrum Hydrographic palette, I nearly forgot the name, I want to give the poll for you for next video. I put it at the end of the video last time and I'm not sure that everybody watched till the end, naughty, and so I just wanted to show you the palettes first. So for the next video you can either choose between the Revolution Beautiful Darkness in my next Get Ready With Me, which is this one, and the other one is the LA Splash Classic Horror. And that is that one. So please do let me know in the comments section down below which one you would like to see in the next Get Ready With Me. I'll put these side by side. Those are the two that you can choose from. This is Beautiful Darkness and this is Classic Horror. Let me know in the comments below. Hi everybody, again, scary, no makeup face. But today I'm going to be doing the Hydrographic palette, showing you the Hydrographic palette. I'm going to insert some swatches here before we get going, and you can see just the great quality that is in this palette. So before we do get going, one thing that I do want to talk about with this palette that I have to say is a little on the disappointing side is that. Now, you know that I have shown this one, which is the Immensity palette, which is just beautiful. However, 5 of the shades in here are in here. Now, I'm kind of not mad at that because they are some of my favourite shades to use, so that's absolutely fine. But just so that you are aware, I'm going to put some comparison shots up right now so that you can have a look at that kind of side by side. You can actually see there are mild differences in the swatches, but not enough to kind of justify both. Do you know what I mean? If you were looking for a palette, I mean, obviously these really beautiful shades up here are absolutely gorgeous, but if I put these two together here, I think that you can kind of see that. There is a little difference in these two, but again it's very mild. The greens that you can see there, the blue, that's the two blues together, that is the other two blues together, and then that is the two purples together. So just for reference point, so if you're really into blues and greens, this palette is the one for you. But if you do like that more kind of rainbow palette, then I'd highly recommend this just because it is so amazing. But this is the one that we're going to use today. I love the names in here. Obviously my dog is called Dory, but we actually call her Doreen, so that's in here. Also Ursula is in here. Hello Little Mermaid vibes. She's I love the Little Mermaid, and obviously Ursula. So Jeffree Star is not the first person to use the F word, because I'm pretty sure, oh, did these come out? I'm pretty sure these came out before Jeffree Star's palette, but that's its Feck Plastic. So there you go. Anyway, these are beautiful, beautiful shades. What you have in here are 3 shimmers and 7 mattes. I still want to say Optimus Prime. I love it when Nikki Tutorials says that she's going to Optimus Prime. I think it's really funny. But I'm not going to copy that. So I'm going to pop those on. Oh! I was sniffing something and I took some of the foundation off on my nose. Does that happen to anybody else? Just me? Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go and do one eye and come right back. So this is where we are with this very aquatic, I think, looking eye. And there's a fly the size of a jumbo jet in this room. I apologise for that. It's making a lot of noise. But that is what it looks like. I really like how that is turned out. I've done a couple of different looks of this palette. I've never done this because I've never actually used this teal quite so high. And I'd really like to use this teal more. I do think it would have been nice to have a shimmery green in this palette. I think we could have had less repeat across the colours. I don't think we necessarily needed this blue because we've got this blue. I mean, I know that's darker, but I think we could have had a nice shimmery green there. That would have been like 4 greens and then two blues, two purpley blues and two purples. I think that would have been really nice, but the quality of these is absolutely amazing. They blend really nice and everything. So we're starting with the eye base on, and we're just gonna slap this on the other eye. Hopefully it's going to work out as well. So we're going to use Lagoon first, and these are really pigmented, but what I like to do with these is press them and then blend them. So we're going to take that into the crease and just above, because as you can see it's quite high up here. Putting other colours on there, so it kind of doesn't matter about if you take it too low, if there's any kind of mess. But as you can see, so pigmented, and I love this colour. I don't have this in any other palette. Does anybody else have anything like this? It is a teal, but it's like a very greeny, I don't know, it's an aqua shade. It's one of those colours, isn't it? Those elusive colours, like the perfect bright red lip, which I'm still yet to find, although I have loads of reds, and the perfect navy eyeshadow, which actually Jeffree Star has one and so does Kat Von D, so I'm very happy about that because they've kind of been released fairly recently. But that's what that colour looks like. I'm going to go in with Tidal now, and I'm just going to put that in the crease. Taking it slowly, pressing it in, and I want to take this right across. Got a little bit of fallout here, but nothing too much to worry about. Patting it gently and blending it. And I'm gonna actually go in with the colour that goes on the lid, and that one is called Feck Plastic. I'm not using the actual word because I don't want to get demonetized or kicked off YouTube or have this video flagged, so there you go. This is a really beautiful shade. Look at the foil, it's really pretty. And then what I did was, on a really nice sort of little pencil brush, I took Atlantis. I wish I'd just gone for Dory. I was going to put Dory in the crease and I ended up with Tidal instead. But we're going to put a little bit of Atlantis down on the corner, which I'm not mad at. It's actually like a really nice sort of cobalt. And then just run that slightly in, not all the way across. I do just quite like that depth that adds on that outer corner. I probably have, yes, see? Can't take me anywhere. I told you I am not an expert. I'm your average girl. And if you like to watch your average girl put on makeup, then I'm your girl. Right, okay. So the next thing I did was, I wasn't planning on using Plankton. Does anybody get SpongeBob vibes when they hear that? Years of my daughter watching SpongeBob. Just Plankton immediately takes me there. I'm going to run Plankton underneath the eye all the way across. Bring it quite far down, because once you get the black liner on, I don't want to lose the green. This green is really beautiful. I've actually worn this in the crease before and it's just lovely. I love nothing more than playing around with a palette. Sometimes just at night time, if I haven't been anywhere, just before I go in the bath, just to play around. Because that's the good time to practice makeup, because you're not going anywhere, so there's no pressure. It's not like when you're getting ready to go somewhere, you haven't really got the time to kind of try something just in case it goes wrong, then you have to start again. So I just find at night time there's no pressure and just sit and play. So there you go. Right, I'm going to take a Phyto, pop it on the inner eye, gone a bit more dramatic. And then I just take like this quite fluffy flat brush and just run that around the edges. Clean up any fallout and put some black liner and mascara on, and I'll be right back. Do you know what I forgot? I think sometimes eye looks look crazy till you're completely finished. The other thing that I did do on this eye, and it's just something I've been doing quite a lot with like blue and green looks, is this is a, I want to say Super Shock, it's not, it's a Colourpop highlighter in Peruloon, and it's a beautiful green. And I just took that on my finger and popped that in the centre of the lid on this one, and it just added that lovely green shimmer, which just, it brightens that centre of the eye up really nicely. And I really like how that looks. See, I think that just makes so much difference, and that's why there's a blue stain in the middle of my highlighter, because that's something I've been doing lately. And the great thing about these highlighters from Colourpop, because they're nice and creamy, they just, you know, they just seem to gel so well with like the powder eyeshadows. They really suck on there, and they look really good. They really suck on there. Don't you just love that I have such great makeup terminology? That's what you're here for, isn't it, really? The professionalism of it all. Not really. Also, I do apologise, I was going to get dressed beforehand, but I hadn't really intended to film, and then I sat down and I was just enjoying playing with makeup, so I thought I'd film it. I do have my favourite pyjamas on from Primark, which are my Maries from the Aristocats. So I apologise if anybody's offended by my pyjama situation, but they are such a pretty colour. I love them. Anyway, I tend to waffle. So, you know, if you've never been here before, it's your first time, welcome. I do waffle. And that is the eyes. All I did very quickly before I finished was take a little bit more of Lagoon. I'm just going to use this brush, and then I just pop that on to the eye just to finish that off and deepen it, because this colour is beautiful. Really, really appreciate that colour. It is the Moonchild by Anastasia. I'm just going to take a little brush, and I'm going to take a Lucky Clover, and I'm just going to pop that up on the brow bone, and then rub it with my finger to just take the intensity down. Okay, another dramatic look. This one is with the purples. So we're going to use Atlantis in the crease. Just using a fluffy brush. I wasn't intending to go as high as I did last time. I still ended up doing it. I can't help it. I love drama. As you can see, this is a really pigmented colour. As long as you're kind of packing it and then blending it, you don't get too much fallout with it though, so. And I do tend to stick to this similar sort of eye shape. I don't tend to wing it out. It's just what I prefer, but you could wing this out. Then I'm going into Anemone. And I'm just going to pop that in the crease. Not actually a necessary part of it, I just like doing it. I like this shot of matte purple. Just going to brush away that little bit of fallout, and I will fix that. And then I also took that same purple and ran it under the eye, but before I did that I took Ursula, which is the shimmery purple, and put that on the lid. And the key with this is to just press it on and just keep pressing it. So that is that one. And then on a small brush I just took Typhoon, which is the shimmery dark purpley blue, and that is the inner eye colour. I really like that colour in there. And then underneath I'm just going back into Anemone. I'm running that underneath. And then just back into Atlantis, which is that purpley blue, and just making sure that we have everything nice colour, nice blend. Okay, so we're done with that. and I like how that looks, but again I'm going to go with something shimmery, which is this highlighter called Over the Moon from Colourpop, which is just a really nice purpley pink. Pick that up on my finger and I'm just going to press that in the centre of the lid. Again, I just really like how this looks. It just gives it a really nice light in the centre. I think it's really pretty. So pop that on. And that is that. So that is the finished look. So as I was saying, my videos really are all about showing you really how these shadows perform, that they're really pigmented, that they blend really nicely, some versatility, and I really like how this look has turned out. It is dramatic, and I'd usually pair this with like a purple sort of lip, but that should give you an idea of how some more of the colours in the palette perform. So out of this palette, I have used every colour in this video. So yes, you've seen everything in action now, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. And let's get to talking about a little mini review of the palette. The palette itself is absolutely fantastic. There's very minimal fallout with it. There are 3 lovely shimmer shades in here, as you saw in the swatches. There are 7 beautiful matte shades. They're incredibly pigmented. They blend beautifully. I mean, you can see how vibrant this eye look is. I absolutely love it. I have got that little bit of a highlight in the centre of the eye. That's just me. That's something I like to add in. I just really enjoy how that looks. It makes it even more aquatic, if you like. And as you can see, I am Ariel inspired. I apologise if I do have redness around my temples. I put on the Colour Freedom last night to refresh my colour, and unfortunately some of it did get onto my skin. By tomorrow that will be gone, but it just tends to take around 24 hours for it to be able to get it off, because you can't get it off immediately. I'm highly impressed with these sample palettes though. I think they're incredibly beautiful. I really love the colour selection in here. Like I said, I would have not had this blue in and maybe had a shimmery green. So we have the shimmery blue, shimmery green, shimmery blue, shimmery purple blue, and then shimmery purple. I think that would have been really nice to balance it out properly, rather than have that blue in there that we really kind of don't need. But that said, I have used that today and I do like it. Highly impressed. I have used all of these colours so far. The purples are incredibly beautiful. I mean, as you could see in the swatches, the way that this palette swatches is just incredible. I'm highly impressed with Sample Beauty. I'm really glad that they released these little palettes, because it gave me the opportunity to try them on a smaller scale, rather than investing in a bigger palette and maybe not liking it. Now I know that I like their palettes, their eyeshadows even. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, guys. Don't forget to share it please, because then more people get to see me and I can get more people coming to my channel. And please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Well, that is the same thing. Don't forget to comment please. I don't get many comments on my videos, and I really do love chatting about makeup with people. I'm very passionate about it, and just it's really great to chat about makeup and chat about your passions and your interests and what you think about this palette and this colour scheme. This colour scheme is not for everybody, but I really love my bright shades and I'm not going to stop wearing them anytime soon. So really enjoy wearing colour, and why not? That's why I say you just do what you want to do. It's your face, your rules as far as I'm concerned. So if you like wearing your eyeshadow a particular way, then you do that, because it's your rules. Okay, so that's it for today, and I will see you in the next one.